The college basketball experience, November 8th, season episode preview on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is presented by WynnBET. WynnBET's now live in Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Tennessee, and Virginia. From boosted same-game parlays to live in-game odds, WynnBET is what you need to win, people. Sign up today. Bet $100 and you get $100 free bet at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBET. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET to claim your free bet today.
This is Martin Cleese, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Yes. Woo-wee. Welcome to the college basketball experience. November 8th, predictions and opening night recap show. My name is Colby Swinging Database Dan, a.k.a. Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
I smoke and I drink and I don't have stress and I'm healthy.
And I'm doing a lot healthier after watching 10 bajillion. What did Joe Biden say? 10 bajillion million billion college basketball games. Oh my, we got a lot to talk about for reaction. We still got a slate going on for tomorrow, for Tuesday, November 8th. You can take your election day and shove it up your ass because we got college basketball games to watch. I'm joking. I'm still voting for more college basketball games. We are joined by my co-host here, former video coordinator for Bob Huggins and Frank Martin. 2-0 tonight. 2-0 tonight.
2-0, baby.
Yes, give it up for host of the NFL Gambling Podcast. Give it up for Ryan McIntyre. How you doing, Ryan?
I'm doing good. Like you said, Mountaineers won and the Minutemen of UMass won. So happy that Hugs and Frank got in the win column and we survived. I mean, what was it, about over 200 games today? I started with Baylor killing Mississippi Valley State, and then 200
I told you
games.
We should have locked that. That was a fringe lock. I did receive some DMs saying thank you for the fringe lock because they bet it and I didn't. But man, I mean, this is so right now, just so listeners know, not all the games have gone final. I'm actually sweating out a large wager of I have Cal minus 5, I believe, and they are currently down 4 to UC Davis in the second half. So sweating out some action. There's a bunch of other games going on, but we have so much to talk about before we get to tomorrow's action the short slate on Tuesday, November 8th, depending on what time you're listening to this. We were right about Baylor. And look, I guess I'm not going to go game by game here, but
we did that last night.
Yes, but we have a lot to talk about because Pacific covered the big number against Stanford. I told you, folks. There was a point though at halftime when I was like, how the hell are they down 12? But then they cut this thing. I mean, with 5 minutes left, it was exactly like I said. It was like, this is a 5-point game or something. Stanford ends up winning by 10. No one was at that stadium. It was a perfect cap on that. Hope you cashed in. I'm just scrolling down, going through the ranks. Siena, we told you, locked up Siena minus 2.5 at Holy Cross. Boom! Siena 75, Holy Cross 68. Got it done there. And I'm trying to remember. And by the way, Ryan, feel free to speak freely on what locks. I'm going chronologically on the locks. So if I forget any of yours, we will talk about them. But
hey, quick note, Colby, on back to Pacific. I tweeted out, it's easier to find ESPN the Ocho channel than it is the fucking Pac-12 network. You can't find that channel. I mean, it's like they don't want anybody to watch their league.
Larry Scott, who was fired a long time ago, but he's still paying off that. I mean, it was almost as if he was hired by the SEC and Big Ten to just ransack their network or their company essentially. I want to talk about the game. One of the games of the day, I thought South Dakota State Akron. This game was fucking insane. We did not, or no, you hit on this. And you should feel very fortunate that you hit on this because first, I mean, sort of, because Akron did miss a wide open layup to win the game, right? Which then you would have cashed but then in overtime. I mean, I think Akron had that lead up to 6 with like 48 seconds left, and I was like, oh, I got this. And no, South Dakota State battles back. Akron ends up making a free throw to win the game. That was a wild game, just as I projected here. But we have to talk about a few of these ones. Quinnipiac beats Rhode Island in the opener, 67-62. Archie Miller, welcome back to college basketball. He gets yourself a beverage, maybe a couple Advil. All right.
Cheers there.
There you go. Shout out to the Washington Redskins. That was shocking to me. Quinnipiac. I mean, I almost locked up Rhode Island. I was considering that, but what do you make of that first game?
Yeah, no, that's brutal to start that way. I think Rothstein tweeted it out at one point that there was like 6 bye games that were already in the loss column, and it was only like 9:45 at night. Yeah,
and we're going to talk about all of those because we're going to go through our locks, but also hit on some of the big time storylines. Folks, told you to oh wait, what am I getting here? VMI Richmond. I don't know if you guys caught this number jumping up in the this morning. This line went to like 24.5, I believe, 25 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
What was the closing number on this? Yeah, I'm not sure, but at WinBet, I believe 24.5. So what I gave away last night did not hit, but if you bet it, it hit. If that makes sense, unless your book is terrible. All right. So I want to go ahead and say, boom, cash that. All right. What else do we got here? Oh, dude. Okay, so Green Bay, we lost a lock of 17.5 points, both of us, on Green Bay. So Green Bay, you know what I did?
God.
I put a mush on us, man.
I know you texted me.
I texted Ryan at half. So Green Bay was down 34-31 at half. We were getting 17.5 points, and I was like, this is too easy. I knew this game would be good. Well, second half, Indiana State 46, Green Bay 22. What the hell happened there? The Phoenix did not rise. I mean, how do you feel about that loss? That's when we totally ate shit the second half. I apologize.
Yeah, no, I mean, those are the ones where you're on the right side. I mean, it's a 3-point game, 1 possession at half, and you're getting a big number, 17.5. So you think you can hold on. So I'm sure there's going to be plenty that are going to go our way going forward as well.
Yeah, I mean, that one hurt, though. That one, I had the double. I didn't actually have that game on the screen.
Tough times in Green Bay right now.
Yeah, very tough. I had to double take because I thought after that I was like, no, I got this. What the hell is going on here? Anyway, next up, shout out to Rick Pitino, by the way. Rick Pitino and Iona rolled Penn. I mean, Rick Pitino saying,
yeah, motherfucker, I eat everything. I eat the pussy, I eat the butt, I eat every motherfucking thing.
After that win, come on now. Shout out to Rick Pitino. What else do we got? I was surprised once again. I was wrong on Vermont. Vermont rolled Brown.
Yeah, no, I was with you on that one. We need to stop going against Vermont when they play up there at home.
They're so good at home, man. They're so good at home.
They bait us with these big numbers.
Noah Beanick does a lot of great work for us behind the scenes. Shout out to Noah, but I want to give him a little bit of a hard time because he locked up Denver -10. I told you. I warned you that was suicide. Denver wins by 5 over Idaho. And what else do we got here? How about shout out to Queens? Shout out to Queens University. First game in the Division I level, or on the Division I level. And they win pretty much a buzzer beater. They hit a shot to get the lead with like 7 seconds left, I feel like, or 10 seconds against Marshall. They were only a 5-point dog, but still maybe a 6-point dog. I don't know the closing line, but shout out to Queens University. They're doing it. That's in Charlotte, I believe, the Queen City, right?
Yes, right there in Charlotte.
Shout out. Great win. That place was packed. It was a great college basketball environment. We need to talk about this game. Wagner, 76, Temple, 73. I can't tell you. Look, and I was excited. I want Temple to be good again. I would love to see Temple in the Big East, to tell you the truth. Temple, growing up, they were really good. John Chaney and Mark Macon and Tim Perry and all those guys. And there's a lot of hype this offseason that this is the year for Aaron McKee. Well, you know, Wagner was breaking in a brand new head coach. This is his first game. What a win. 76-73 in Philly. I mean, should we be concerned if you are a Temple Owls fan? Who the fuck is going to be your next coach? Because you better get some wins soon.
Yeah, who the fuck are they going to beat? You can't lose to Wagner in your season opener. I mean, that's bad, especially, like you said, expectations a little high for Aaron McKee this year. They need a good season, so not off to a good start losing to the Seahawks at home.
Yeah, and I mean, you want to know the one that really hurt me, and maybe I was a little bit of a mush today when I consider that I sent you that text. Because I did another thing, and I told Sean and Ryan, we were here in the studio, Sean and Ryan from the Sports Gambling Podcast, we were watching Tarleton in Arizona State. And Tarleton is up, I think, 6 with about a minute and a half left, maybe 2 minutes. And I say, guys, guess who had this on the money line at plus 1,200, right? I did, and I did mush it, and guess what? Arizona State storms back and wins, but guess what? I also had, once again, like I told you to do yesterday, folks, you joined me on this one, didn't you?
Yeah, no, I had the money line as well. That was a tough one. I wanted Gillespie to get it done.
But we still got
yeah,
the line.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that was an easy cover. And then by the way, shout out to your Mountaineers. They look good, taking down Mount St. Mary's.
Big one Friday night.
Yeah. As a backyard brawl, we will have you covered here on the College Basketball Experience. Indiana looked good. They rolled. Okay, we were really wrong on UT Martin, and I have no problems being wrong here because it's almost like one of these things where less is more. You know, you feel like, you know, even though UT Martin was a dog, that coming into the game mid-major against a power opponent, everybody, I saw people tweeting out, everybody was on UT Martin. So yeah, I almost think Pitt fans might have felt like in their mind, not Pitt fans, Pitt players might have thought coming into it like, we are the dog here. They whooped UT Martin's ass. I'm concerned about the Skyhawks. I gotta have to see them again, but we were definitely wrong there, and our apologies. But you know what? Stick around. Look, we had a winning day. And we need to talk about this. Stetson 83, Florida State 74. I mean, and this thing.
Well, I don't get brain man.
I mean, they were dominating the whole game, man. This is not. I know. Look, Florida State had a couple players out, but this was 44-37 at half. I had this on one of the screens, late or early. I should say mid first half. I put it on because I was like, dude, Stetson's giving them buckets. I was kind of high on Florida State. I don't want to overreact. But Stetson, Ray Finkel's college? What do you make of that game?
Yeah, and Donnie Jones getting it done at Stetson. That's a big win. It's always good to see little brother beat big brother anytime they got a shot at an in-state school. So, yeah, even though Florida State a little shorthanded, I mean, that's concerning that you lose to Stetson still.
Yes, 100%. And then VCU, we were wrong. We did not cover VCU Manhattan.
Yeah.
Obviously, the dumpster fire going on at Manhattan and also now Hartford. But, I mean, we were right there. We lost by, what, a point? 17, I think they lost by.
Yeah, no, this game pissed me off. I mean, come on, VCU. You can't cover against a team that just had their whole team transfer almost.
How did they not score more? I mean, VCU is always offensively challenged. They play great defense, but phew. We were right on the Albany and the points against Towson, even though we didn't lock it. We said fringe lock there. But shout out to Buffalo takes down Colgate. That was a fantastic game.
Yes.
Let's talk about Duke for a second, because Jacksonville opened up the game, and I thought, man, I think like first 5 minutes, I was like, Jacksonville might be able to beat them outright. Duke made great adjustments. They Jeremy Roach shot, really well from the field, hit a lot of big shots. I felt like, at least in the first half, to get that lead up to 27 or whatever they finished the score with. But really impressed. I was really impressed by Duke. I mean, considering they were without some of their top guys too.
Yeah, no, I'm impressed with how good they were defensively. I mean, they hold Jacksonville, like you said, we agree that they're pretty good. And for Duke to hold them to 34% from the field and 13% from three, I mean, that's A+ effort by the Dukies on the defensive end.
Yeah. I mean, just an impressive first game for John Shire. Ohio 69, Belmont 70. This fucking game was insane. I actually think this is probably the best game of the night. Ohio hits a three they're down 2. They hit a 3 to go up 1 with about 1.7 seconds left, right? Real Money Kramer had Ohio on the money line, unfortunately for him.
I saw his tweet.
Yes, because and even better was that he ridiculed the strategy, which because we were in an argument, so I kind of look like I feel like I look like a kind of a genius here, because what Belmont did is they threw the ball to half court and called timeout, took 0.7 off the clock, or 0.6, I think it was.
Yep.
Called their timeout and then drew up a play. And he goes, that's stupid. He goes, you would catch the defense and I'm like, no, because if you've practiced a play over and over and over from a half court set, I would love to, get the ball in that spot essentially. Well, then, they would go to commercial break. They come back and boom, Belmont hits a 3 at the buzzer. Fantastic play. Just a great game though, man. They stormed the court down there in Nashville or wherever the fuck Belmont is again. That was an awesome game. I know you were at a game, so I know you probably didn't get, but that game was fantastic.
No, I caught the sideline out. So shout out to Casey Alexander, the head coach there, with the great sideline out to draw that up and get his guy an open look in honor of Rick Byrd. Throwback there.
There we go. There we go. Charleston took down Chattanooga. Pat Kelsey, watch out for Charleston in the CAA. Northeastern, Boston took down Northeastern. I was a bit surprised at that one.
Same.
Hofstra, Speedy Claxton took down Princeton. That was how I saw it. That was a good game though. They were losing at halftime. Okay, I was really wrong on Texas State Washington, and I feel like it has remedies of the Green Bay game. This was a 7-point game at halftime, and really watching this game on the Pac-12 network, this was like a 4-point game with like 20 seconds left before half. I think Wazoo hits a 3, so I was feeling like I still got this in the bag. Whew. Second half, Washington State put it on them. They win by 22. Shout out to Kyle Smith. I was wrong there. It's one of the locks I got wrong. Shout out to Southern Indiana too. Much like Queens, their first game in the in D1, they only lost to Missouri in the SEC by 6. Pretty impressive. Pretty impressive performance. And how about the Leathernecks upsetting Illinois State? Little brother, Western Illinois gets that dub. 9-point dogs.
The Leathernecks.
We got to talk about this one. Did you see the end of regulation with Loyola Chicago?
Yes.
They should have lost this game, man.
No doubt. Fairleigh Dickinson should have got the dub.
And let me tell you, Loyola's really fucking good at home over the past couple of years, right?
Mm-hmm.
They have an unbelievable record over the past 2 or 3 years at home. They had to convert a baseball pass, pretty much like a Leitner shot, to send it to OT. They got it done in OT. Fairleigh Dickinson couldn't miss a lot of free throws in overtime. What a fucking game. Just an unbelievable game, though. And I'm concerned a little bit. I know it's the first game of the season, but Loyola, you're going to the 8-10. You can't be chipping on Fairleigh Dickinson. All right? Memphis 76, Vanderbilt 67. You locked this up. And I fringe locked this, and I regret not locking it up. But I will say I did personally throw $25 down on Penny Hardaway. So what'd you do?
Too much talent. Yeah, too much talent for Memphis. They were just too much for Vanderbilt. All the changes with Vanderbilt, with the roster turnover in the offseason.
Yeah. So Memphis getting it done, baby. Impressive performance by Travis Ford in St. Louis. They rolled Murray State. Musselman, I believe he covered against North Dakota State as Arkansas looked pretty good. Oh, I was shocked by this one too. Stony Brook.
Oh, they got drilled.
Todd Golden, first game at Florida. Very, very impressive. I did not see that coming. I couldn't understand that line. That was one of the lines that kept creeping up and up and up and up all the way to tip off. 24.5 or 25 or something.
Yeah.
And they still didn't cover it.
I know. Not even close.
Yeah. Oh man. Shout out to them getting it done. Western Carolina. I told you, take Western Carolina. That was one of my locks. This game was closer than the final score. They got some free throws late. This was like a 6-7 point game with like 3 minutes left. Catamounts cover, but Mike White gets his first win at Georgia. We need to talk about this. Arkansas Pine Bluff, TCU.
Almost the stunner of the night. Oh, I mean, still was a stunner. I couldn't believe my eyes when I got home. I got home about with about 10 minutes left from the West Virginia game, and I get the alert that TCU's in a dogfight. I'm like, no fucking way.
Dude, Abilene, in my opinion, they were the better team. They let TCU off the hook. Defender, like TCU's game winning bucket was because a defender or the offensive player fell down trying to sell a foul. He was late to get up, and then the rotation went around and they found the open guy for 3 for TCU. And then it was Mike Miles for 3, and then even with that, Chuck O'Bannon missed a couple key free throws missed a key free throw down the stretch, and then Pine Bluff had a chance, had the final down 1 with the ball, 10 seconds left. They didn't make the shot.
It's a 10-footer.
Yeah, they should have gave him a pick or something, man. It was kind of everyone was scrambling. I felt like. But either way, very impressive by Arkansas Pine Bluff, and concern about Jamie Dixon and TCU this year. Number 14 in the nation.
Well, I know it mentioned it last night. It's not like they have to go on the road anytime soon. What? January 4th is when they go on the road for the first time? Exactly. What a fucking joke.
Yeah, it's an absolute joke. Houston, 83. Northern Colorado, 36. Northern Colorado is supposed to be one of the better teams in the Big Sky. Oh, my
Houston's
God.
damn good.
They held them to 36 points. I mean, that's super impressive. Boston College, Earl Grant, it's okay. You can relax, because let me tell you, they pulled that one. 79-77, BC beats Cornell. ACC almost had a horrific day with the Florida State loss, and then that was pretty damn close. What else? I will say NC State looked really good. We were completely wrong on the Austin Peay side of things.
Yeah, no, I was going to make fun of myself because I had a good day, but oh my God, what a whiff by me taking the Governors. Holy shit.
I didn't lock that, but I thought you made sense. I took them with the points on picking the game, because we pick every game, but I didn't actually bet that one. But I did hit a double-digit dog. Actually, we hit a couple of double-digit dogs. I think you rolled with me on this one. Correct me if I'm wrong. UNC Asheville?
Yes.
10.5 point dog.
And the money line. Yep.
And the money line. They win in double overtime against UCF. Let's fucking go. Let's go. Hell yeah. The double-digit dog. Look, we gave you Tarleton State. That didn't work out. UNC Asheville did work out, and there was one more that really looked good. Texas State did not work out, though, so to be fair. What else do we have here? Syracuse looked all right, I would say. They didn't cover, but they looked all right. I was wrong on Little Rock and Darrell Walker. They're bad. My apologies.
Yeah, really bad.
But how about this? First off, shout out to Southeast Missouri State for grabbing a dub at South Florida. They were close to double-digit dogs there. Good win there.
On Tally's side, I took them on the money line. I was pissed I didn't give it out last night. So on Tally's side, I'm a winner.
There you go. That helps. That helps. People look at that. Remember, all of our picks are available at sportsgamblingpodcast.com or on the SGPN app. Sam Houston State. I told you when we previewed Oklahoma.
Yes.
I know it's not like you were arguing with me. But I'm saying I knew that game was tough. I'm telling you, Sam Houston State could play. Whew, did you catch the highlight of the final possession here? Essentially, Oklahoma misses a shot.
Groves, yeah.
Yeah, they're up 2. There's a scramble for the ball. Sam Houston State runs the ball down the court. They got an open guy on the wing. He hits a 3 at the buzzer pretty more, like 2 seconds left, I feel like. Sam Houston State gets the dub. Shout out to Sam Houston State. Awesome game. Awesome win. Lamar Wilkerson, the game winner. Shout out to him. Win a chicken dinner. Get that guy some food. That game was fantastic, man. This is what I'm saying. You're already we're like 10 hours into college basketball. And I just, it's like fucking heroin. I just need more of it. I need more of it, man. Alabama looked good against Longwood. Evansville, 8-point dogs against Miami, Ohio. Boom. They got it on the money line. I had that right on Tally site. So if you bet that game, I didn't lock that up or anything, but I did pick that on the money line. Radford. Oh, Ryan McIntyre took the Highlanders plus 19?
Yeah. I thought they cut it to 3 late, and I thought that, hey, maybe we were going to sneak the big money line dog, but I'll take the cover though.
Yeah, there you go. You got it done, man. I feel like we should take a second and acknowledge St. Thomas, because for a while they had Creighton on the ropes, man.
Mm-hmm.
And Creighton is a preseason top 10 team. Creighton gets the win by 12. We have to keep an eye out on St. Thomas. They're doing wonderful in the FCS in college football as well, but wow, I was really impressed by that team. I think that could be an NCAA tournament caliber team there in the Summit League. Keep an eye out for St. Thomas. I told you guys, Wisconsin minus 12. Boom! 26-point win against South Dakota. These Coyotes out of here, right? Shitty movie, Coyote Ugly back in the day. Hey, that's what they played like tonight. I was wrong on UMBC. Dude, I had 18 points in UMBC. And I actually felt like I was looking all right still. At half, they were down, 12? I think I was like, okay. Now, Tulane and Ron Hunter, they might be a player in the AAC this year. They might be a player. The Green Wave having a great football season as well. But I was wrong there. I was wrong on UC Riverside, Colorado. And Tad Boyle shut me up because KJ Simpson, Javon Hadley, they played really well for the Buffs. I did not see that coming, and I thought UC Riverside would play a lot better than they did. I was very wrong there. UTEP, you had UTEP in the points there. Locked up. UTEP plus, what was that, 22 or something? That thing hit as they only lost by 15 to Texas.
The Miners.
Tink. Utah State took care of Utah Valley. I was surprised by that score. We should hesitate on this one. Minnesota, 61. Western Michigan, 60. Oh,
this could be a tough year in Minnesota, I think.
That was close. Hey, survive and advance. That's the name of the game. Survive and advance. Gonzaga won by like 40. I should have locked that one up as they just destroyed the Ospreys. I was wrong on Grand Canyon. I took Grand Canyon -7, I think. I think it was a flat 7 or 7.5. Well, they only won by 6. That was a very good game. So you were right. You rode Montana State there. Shout out to you. Great win there. UNC Wilmington, 56. North Carolina, 69. So North Carolina gets a 13-point win. But if you watch this game, North Carolina's offense, Wilmington's not a super tall team either.
They look like they were going through the motions, Carolina.
Yeah. Wilmington gets the cover. Shout out to the Seahawks. New Mexico, -6. We gave that away as a double lock. Boom! You don't go to the pit. Cover. Let's go, Lobos.
Richard Pitino, baby.
There we go. Then, Virginia Tech looked good. Let me feel like, how about, Gardner Webb at Colorado State, folks. Gardner Webb was up 11 at halftime, ended up losing the game by 2, but Colorado State projected to perhaps be in the NCAA tournament this year, contenders in the Mountain West. They battle back. They got the dub. Whew, that was close. That was close there. Shout out to Gardner Webb. I told you I gave away another double-digit dog on the money line. Florida Gulf Coast.
Beat down.
You're going to give me 19 points. I said sprinkle a little bit on the money line. Well, yeah, that came true because they won by 13 at USC. hey, I knew that hire was a good hire, and that roster's more talented. I know what I watched a lot of that game. Johnston, the player Johnston, was it Chase Johnson? I think it was. He looked good. He looked good for Florida Gulf Coast as they are back. Dunk City's back. Let's go. San Diego State looked really good. San Francisco looked good. I think that game was a push. Oral Roberts covered for us barely. 9.5 in Oral Roberts. They only lose by 8. We get that cover. We'll take it. I was really surprised with Pepperdine whooping Rice's ass the way that they did, almost by 40 points, 39. We were right on.
Beanick was on that one.
Oh, there we go. We were on the right side of Long Beach State against Cal Baptist. I know the chat was talking about they were on Cal Baptist. My apologies. Well, actually, I'm not apologizing, but you should have looked at us. We were on Long Beach State there. Come on. And that pretty much does it. What was to me, and you, I am going to lose this Cal game because it's currently 68-61. Fucking bums. What was the most shocking thing that you saw, like or outcome that stands out to you? Is it the Stetson Florida State game? Is it the Florida Gulf Coast USC game? Is it the 1-point win by TCU? The 1-point win by Minnesota? North Carolina's somewhat lackluster scoring performance? Queens getting their first dub. Is there one that just jumped out to you of like, man, that was impressive? Or that's
I'm going to go TCU. I mean, for them to be a 35.5-point favorite and barely get by Arkansas Pine Bluff. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe it was just a down night for TCU. I'm not going to overreact because me and you both forecast them to be in the top half of the Big 12, but you better start playing better, especially in that league.
I think the one that might be even worse, not that they were projected as high as TCU, but they did lose it outright, was Oklahoma. Porter Moser.
Yeah.
Losing to Sam Houston State. I mean, but USC is supposed to be a player in the Pac-12. That's not a good look when
and they got drilled.
They got their ass whooped all game.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Man, but we had a winning record, and you better believe we got you for some wins coming in. Did you lock up Tulsa tonight?
No, I thought I took Tulsa, but it's saying I take Oregon State. So Tulsa's beating their ass right now.
Yeah,
so you're
Tulsa. They're up 16. I thought you took Tulsa on the show last night, but
so did I.
Sometimes you have a few beverages, you make the wrong pick. You know what I mean? So
I think that's what happened because it was about 2:45 on the East Coast when we were making that pick.
All right, look, we're gonna get to today's action, but before we do that, I want to tell you folks out there that the college basketball experience on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is presented by WynnBET. WynnBET's now live in Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Tennessee, and Virginia. From boosted same-game parlays to live in-game odds, WynnBET is what you need to win, baby. Sign up today. Bet $100. Get a $100 free bet at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBET. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET to claim your free bet today. We're also brought to you by the SGPN merch store. Get your holiday shopping done early at the SGPN merch store. SGPN gear is the perfect stocking stuffer for the DJ in your life. And look, they have the campus edition t-shirts. Come on, folks. Whether you're a fan of, Oregon State or whoever, check out the college experience campus edition t-shirts. They're absolutely fantastic. But there's a plethora of great things that we have in that store. So check it out. Plus, from now until Thanksgiving, you get 10% off when you use the promo code DallasSucks. Yes, that's store.sportsgamblingpodcast.com. Promo code DallasSucks. All right. Well, the slate is not large. This will not be a two-parter. This will be a one episode, performance here. Let's open it up with the moving company. Love the moving company. Ryder. I'm referring to Ryder University. They are heading up to Providence to take on Ed Cooley and the Providence Friars. What do they call that stadium now? I'm trying to find it right now.
It's a Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, it used to be the Dunkin' Donuts. I call it the Dunk, but it's not the Dunk anymore. It's some bullshit now. But anyway, Rider is catching 13.5 points. What are you doing here?
I'm going to take the moving company. I'm going to take the points.
I'm with you. Give me the 13.5. I think Providence probably wins by 10 or something. So bring your moving quilt and let's enjoy this one. Milwaukee, the Milwaukee Panthers, brand new coach. They head to West Lafayette to take on the Boilermakers. Purdue's laying 26.5. Whew. I hesitated on this. This is actually probably the hardest one of the day, in my opinion. Give me the points. What are you doing here?
Yeah, no, I went back and forth on this one as well. I'm going to lay the points with the Boilers. I think they blow them out here.
They probably are.
Yeah. I mean, I guess they could blow them out and only. Yeah, I guess they could blow them out and only win by 25. But yeah, no, I'm going to lay the 27.
And by the way, how about Butler? Butler looked good today, man.
Yes, they did, and that's your sleeper in the Big East.
They look good, man. I'm telling you, watch out. All right, next up we have. Well, there was news today, unfortunate news, and this institution really. I wish they got more coverage about this situation because I find it just absolutely ridiculous. The Hartford went to the NCAA tournament just 2 years ago. And they elected to move their program. They voted to move their program to Division III. The year after they made the NCAA tournament for the first time ever. One of the worst stories I've ever heard. And John Gallagher was fighting the good fight. He's trying to sue the school too. And that's the head coach of Hartford. And just absolutely unbelievable. The players, what they put the players through. Who had got this institution a bunch of money by making the NCAA tournament too. Ridiculous. And anyway, John Gallagher resigned today because they didn't give them, in his words, they didn't give him a medical trainer. And they on the trip, they play tomorrow against Sacred Heart. That's fucking absurd. If that's true, that's absolutely absurd. But either way, fuck the University of Harvard. I mean, not Harvard, Hartford. Hartford, my apologies to the Crimson. Fuck the University of Hartford because it's absolutely pathetic to do that to your players that are your students, to do that to your coaching staff that put in that much hard work to get to the NCAA tournament, to do that to the fucking community. I find absolutely ridiculous. And it should be a bigger story, and it's not. But John Gallagher resigned. So I know Manhattan covered today against VCU. So, but Manhattan actually had a couple weeks to prep, right?
Yeah.
I am going to lock up Sacred Heart -4.5 against the Hartford Hawks. Am I crazy?
The Pioneers.
Yeah.
I don't think you're crazy just because we don't know what to expect, but I feel like the theme with college football this year and into college basketball now with Manhattan is these teams with the first game after the coach is fired or leaves, they cover outside of Scott Frost and Nebraska. So I'll take Hartford.
The Hawks?
I almost
said
it.
Alma mater. Vin Baker's alma mater. Where are you at, Vin? You should be fucking doing press conferences saying it's absolutely ridiculous they're getting rid of their bad D3. They're not even going to D2. What are you doing?
It's a joke.
Absolute joke. Somebody needs to do something there. All right. Well, next up we have Montana, the Grizz. Hey, you know what? I always kind of have a soft spot in my heart for the Grizz, so maybe that is why this is a far trip from Missoula to Pittsburgh.
Yes. Take
on Duquesne, the Dukes. Obviously, the A-10 much better rep as a conference than the Big Sky. But Duquesne's been a dumpster fire lately. I feel like it's been like people transferring left and right. It is a far trip, but I'm taking the Grizz plus the 5. I know there's a 5.5 out there too, and I hesitate. I don't have a good feel on this one. I can totally understand the Duquesne Dukes angle too. So what are you doing here?
No, I'm taking Montana. I think Duquesne sucks, so I'll take the 5 points. Do I want to lock it up? Yeah, why not? We'll lock it up. Give me Montana. Lock it up.
There we go. Ryan McIntyre locking up The Montana Grizz plus 5.5. I'll get you 5.5 out there.
There we go.
All right. Well, next up. Well. I mean, you're not just gonna come into Greenville in the Michael Schwartz era and expect to get a dub. All right. The Mercer Bears come in to Greenville, North Carolina, where?
Because when you're at East Carolina, you go for it every time. Or you don't coach at East Carolina, you don't come to East Carolina, you don't play at East Carolina with a weak heart. Write it.
In a night with not many games, I'm doing it. Let's go.
I knew you would. Yep.
Lock it up. I will take the 1.5. And just so I am going to bet this right now just so I don't forget. But let's go. The Pirates got this one. Pirates, look, it's the brand new era. The fans, they're going to make it tough. ECU fans will show up to anything, all right? Now show up to anything. It doesn't matter. You could be playing horseshoes in your fucking backyard and people will show up with alcohol. So I'm going to go ahead and say the home field advantage is the difference. Let's go Pirates. Let's go Pirates. What are you doing here?
I am taking your Pirates as well, and I'm going to lock it up as well. We talked about this pre-show. Give me the Pirates game one of the Mike Schwartz era.
I didn't know you were locking it, though. That's great.
We're going all in, baby.
There we go. South Carolina State heading to Columbia, South Carolina. This is a classic situation for little brother, essentially. The line is 24. 24 that I'm seeing right now. You have Lamont Paris and the top recruit in the nation at South Carolina. This is Lamont Paris's first game. And then you also have on the other side of things, Murray Garvin. So his first game, right?
No, Eric Martin, former assistant for Hugs.
That's right. Eric Martin. Why did I say
yes.
Murray Garvin? Is that their old coach? I think that was their old coach.
Yep.
What are you doing here?
I'm taking the points. Like you said, game one of both of them. Slight bias for my guy Eric Martin, but yeah, I think he keeps it close.
It's a big line.
Yep.
I'll join you. I'll take the points. I'm not locking it. Are you locking it?
Okay. No, I'm not. I'm not locking the South Carolinas.
Okay. Then we have one team I was really disappointed with today, and shout out to them because they're playing back-to-back nights. They were in Charlotte tonight. Coppin State got their ass whooped in Charlotte tonight. And that was a game I was on the wrong side of. Ryan was right. The line is 17.5. I cannot take them. I almost feel like we should lock up Georgetown, dude. Because, A, you're playing 2 games in 2 nights. They look like shit, especially in the second half. Should we lock up the Hoyas, or is it little brother angle too close to home? What do you think?
I'm going to lock up the Hoyas with you. Like you said, they're probably somewhere on I-95 right now, traveling up to D.C. from Charlotte. So they're not getting in until 3 a.m. I mean, if they can't beat Coppin State by more than 17, it's going to be a long year for the Hoyas.
And they just got housed by Charlotte. Georgetown's better than Charlotte. Let's do it. Let's lay the points. 17.5. It's a big number. Hoyas win by 21. Let's go.
Saxo Hoya.
Final game of the night. There is a couple other games, but against D2 opponents we do not have lines on. But final game of the night, Georgia Southern. Statesboro, Georgia's by Savannah, people. Mm-hmm. They travel to San Jose, California. Take on Tim Miles' squad. Who I'm kind of high on. They get Amari Moore back. I think he was considering going to the NBA. They also brought in a couple transfers I like. Kid from Temple. I actually think this is the lock I like most of the day. I will take San Jose State minus 3.5 against Georgia Southern. What are you doing here?
I'm locking it up too. Give me the Spartans. 2 for 2.
There we go. Let's go, Sparty. Don't treat me like Cal Cal did, all right? Cal basketball. I don't even did any chance they came back in that? No, they just lost, right? Tough night.
Yeah,
tough night for the Pac-12 California schools. What was that phone?
No, nobody could see it because all the games were on Pac-12 network, so don't worry.
That was their philosophy. Hey, you know what? We're not looking very good. What if no one can watch us?
Exactly. That's what they did with the USC and Oregon State football refs. They said we're going to rig this game for USC. Just put on the Pac-12
That is
network.
true. That was a complete. Oh man, you were 100% right there.
Joke. Hey, Noah, you did miss Ryder in Providence. We both took Ryder, the moving company.
Yes, go with the moving company here. Let me ask you this: if we had to pick a dog to win outright, I mean, I guess we took ECU, we took Montana, you took Hartford plus 165 for the Hawks. Tragic magic, as we call it. Maybe they score some tragic magic with that scenario, and they win plus 165. But for me, I think the best odds I can get you are either Montana at plus 183 or East Carolina at plus 100. What's your top dog? Like if you had to pick one dog that would win, who do you think it would be?
I'm taking the Grizz plus 185, just like you said. I think they're going into Duquesne, into Pittsburgh, and getting the dub.
Let's go, Grizz.
Let's go, Grizz.
Besides that, that's our lineup. Yeah, we already talked about Ryder, the moving company. I mean, they're plus 600. I just don't think they win outright. I think Ed Cooley and them get the dub. I just think they cover the big line. All right, folks. Remember, we are here every single night of the college basketball season, and we're already off to a hot start. So buckle up because we have some. I know Wednesday slate's all right. Man, you get to Friday? It is a fantastic slate. So Thursday night's episode is going to be fire, but every night's going to be fire. What are you doing, folks? College basketball is the fucking best, all right? Took me 12 hours of watching games today to say, you know what? This is the best thing. This is the best thing. This is the best sport in the world. It's the best sport in the world. Can't beat it, all right? I mean, honestly, I was watching that Belmont, Ohio game, and I was like, dude, this game is so much better than anything in the NBA. In my opinion, just an unbelievable day already. I mean, the Sam Houston game, all that. There's so much more to come. Subscribe to the College Basketball Experience. Give us a follow on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. Ryan's on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. You want to say something, man?
Yeah, Noah wants us to read off our locks for him.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Our
locks are I locked up the East Carolina Pirates plus 1.5 at home in Greenville. I locked up Georgetown minus 17.5 at home against Coppin State. I locked up San Jose State minus 3.5 at home against Georgia Southern. And I locked up Sacred Heart minus 4.5 at the Hartford Hawks in that disaster. Ryan's locks, go.
I got 4 for tomorrow night. Leading it off, I got the Montana Grizz, sprinkle some on the money line, plus 185. I got your East Carolina Pirates, plus 1.5. Take the money line, too. Georgetown Hoyas, my team, minus 17.5. And San Jose State, minus 3.5 to Spartans.
Let's go. We got this thing, folks. Subscribe to the College Basketball Experience. Remember, also, it's college football season. We talk college football year-round on that podcast, the College Football Experience. We talk college basketball year-round here on the College Basketball Experience. Subscribe to both, but we come together as one on YouTube, youtube.com/the College Experience, which also has the College Baseball Experience, hosted by Noah Beanick and myself. So check us out there. Subscribe on YouTube. Also, Ryan hosts the NFL Gambling Podcast. Check out that work there. Check out the Ryan and Rush Show as well. Get the SGPN app. You'll get access to all of our podcasts, all of our picks, all of our articles. So we have a picks page for every single D1 college basketball game that we do every single day. We've been doing this shit for over 5 years, folks. Check us out. Let's continue on this journey. Come talk college hoops with us. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Discord. All right. This is the College Basketball Experience. November 8th edition. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
Yeah, it's got me thinking about the good shit. The minute that I seen your grill again, it made me good trip. Good jog the mind back like dog rewind that. Man, I didn't get mad when you gave me hit the can back, but the comings on was strong. Now my shit's coming along, you know the song. The truth is I'm pretty much on fire again. It's heating up for real, I'm alive again. And that's the attraction factor. Vancouver, Michigan with my rap disaster. Yeah, you know you want it how you want it. No need to trip, cause I got it, doggone it. It's all yours and the extras too. All the super music and the sex for who? Just get it straight, cause he caught me in a good mood. Let me demonstrate what this time of year could do. Yeah, sing it.